You are now tuned into Two Drunk Sistas podcast, unscripted and uncensored. Grab yourselves a drink and enjoy. Hey guys, welcome to
Two Drunk Sistas podcast.
I'm D.
And I'm W.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode.
Yeah, and we're sipping on Stella today. Stella Black.
Stella!
Cheers, bitch. Cheers.
About this movie.
I'm really not happy right now, but whatever.
Okay, so W was like saying, yo, I saw this trailer. We should definitely watch this shit because the shit looked good. It had a good premise. Let's check it out.
Can I just say it was 4:00 in the morning when I watched the trailer? Can I just do that so that we could...
Because you think you were sleepy? That's why. Well, we're about to dive into it. Okay, so the name of the movie is called Separation. It's a lonely little girl finds solace in her artist father and the ghost of her dead mother. That's it, y'all.
That's
okay,
it.
Bye-bye.
All right, thanks. Thanks for tuning in.
So this movie had a good premise to it. In the beginning, you could see, was it like, were there, there weren't a couple. It just started off with a guy drawing, the father doing his comic book stuff.
Oh, yeah.
At first you didn't know if she was like a babysitter or what.
What, yeah.
But he was with her. Then you have the daughter talking with her puppets.
Yep. Her weird looking puppets.
Yeah, playing with her imaginary friends.
Yeah.
And then it shows, she was jumping around, playing and stuff like that. She thought she heard something, so she went up to, it was like she was in the attic.
Yes.
And so she went up to the window of the attic and...
The attic. It's in the attic, sorry.
And then she almost fell.
Yeah.
No, she did fall.
Yeah.
And then when that happened, you see Meryl Streep's daughter, Mamie.
Mamie Gummer.
Her name is Jennifer.
Is it? Mamie.
Mamie. I said Mamie. Because it's low-key like Mamie.
It is low-key like Mamie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mamie, which her character is Jennifer?
Sorry.
Or is it Jenny? No.
Jenny. It's Jenny.
No, Jenny is the name of the daughter.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's Maggie.
It's Maggie, yes. Correct. Correct. So her mom comes home, and that's when the little girl was hanging on the beam because she fell, and she was holding on to the beam.
Right.
With her dear life. Poor little girl. Poor little tank.
Poor little tank.
And she fell, and she bumped her head, and the mother was on the phone, and she heard the commotion upstairs, and went and got her and noticed that her daughter had a boo-boo, and Maggie was like, what the fuck you were doing, nigga? Like, I left you with the girl. What the fuck?
I paid you to
that's
watch.
What she wanted to say.
Yeah.
So now we found out that the girl
is the babysitter.
And she wasn't watching the little girl.
She wasn't. She was too busy on the dad's dick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She was. She truly was. Truly
on his dad.
She was like it was like, I want to ride the pogo stick. Like that. So it's the girl. If you don't watch Handmaid's Tale, that shit is wicked.
It's that girl from Handmaid's
Tale, the one who lost her eye.
Lost her eye, y'all. Oh Lord! I swear, after that show, anything I see her in, she's a nut job. I'm sorry.
Her name is Madeline Brewer. That's her name, Madeline Brewer. But she plays Samantha or Sam in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this bitch. So the wife Maggie and the father, which his name is Jeff, they were arguing, about like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you even work? Like, so apparently, Jeff had, I guess back in the day, he had this famous comic book series, a kid's comic book series, and it ran its course. So he was trying to relive that moment.
Yeah, he's like a starving artist.
Yeah, so he wanted to revamp it and bring it back.
Yeah.
But people was trying to tell him like, that's old sale.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Time to do new things. So now they were having an argument, and Maggie was like, look, I'm taking our baby girl to the hospital. I don't want your ass to come because your ass is irresponsible. Okay, bitch? Bye.
Right. Like, I'm taking her. And she said it in a way where the husband was like, what do you mean? And then we see...
And she says goodbye.
Yeah, and then we see that they're in like a mediation. The wife filed for divorce.
Right.
So at this point, she's trying to take everything away from the husband. She's like, I want full custody. Mm-hmm. She pretty much, because her father is also an attorney, so her dad was like pretty much saying that we want we want the daughter to stay with us, and we want the daughter to get away from the father because he cannot afford to provide a life for the daughter. So so of course there's tension in that, and the wife was like, here's a check, start a new life, do whatever you got to do, like I'm out this bitch. So pretty much, you know how it, well, I don't know if you know how it is, but that the arguments, that they've had, obviously the wife was like, I just can't deal with him anymore.
Right. And he didn't want to take the check either.
Yeah, I'm the one making all the money, and
I'm the one selling the records.
Ain't nobody coming to you. So yeah, so
they come to see the temptation. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
And so guys, his attorney's like, pretty much saying like, look, take the settlement.
It's a good settlement, but he wants to be in his daughter's life.
Right.
Like
that made me mad a little bit because I'm like, come on,
I hate people like that, man. Like if your baby daddy wants to be in your child's life, like why would you make it difficult for them to have that relationship? Like it's not the daughter's fault that y'all can't fucking relate.
She didn't ask to be born.
Dobie wants to be born.
Dobie's the one that is asking
to be born. Nobody wants his ass.
Nobody wants goddamn Dobie. So anyway, y'all. So of course there's the phone calls. The father is trying to spend time with his daughter. He meets a friend in the restaurant while waiting.
It's a cafe.
Oh, I'm sorry. While he meets a friend at a cafe.
Yeah.
While playing with his daughter, I guess waiting for the wife, and the friend from college owns like a what?
Comic book.
Oh, a comic book.
I'm just laughing because of what happened.
The friend from college owns like a comic book thing. The guy's like, hey, yes, such and such. I know you from college, whatever.
Yeah,
He's like,
remember me?
It's me, Brad. His name is not Brad. I just threw it in there. So, Jeff, that's the guy's name, and the father, his name is Jeff. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh yeah, hey, blah blah blah. So what's going on with you? He's like, yeah, my wife just left me, and let me tell you, you know how when somebody
he was
says
transparent,
I gotta give him his props, because you know how when somebody's like, hey, how you doing? Good, how are you? I'm good. But in reality, they're really not.
They're shitty.
They're like doing their, I'm fine.
Right. I'm fine. But they were doing the Mary J. Blige. And in actuality, she wasn't really fine.
He was like, he really told him what was going on. Like,
did.
my wife just walked out on me. She's trying to take my kid, and I ain't got no money, and I'm broke.
And this her calling me right now.
Right. So I was like, yo, talk about transparency. You asked me how I'm doing. I'm going to tell you what's what. Right. I appreciated that part.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the friend is like, yeah, I want a company. Why don't you come work for me? And he's like, oh, okay, whatever. Then the wife calls, and the wife is like, what the hell are you? I guess their communication got mixed up because he was supposed to be at another cafe.
Right.
And he wasn't. So he's telling the wife, hey, I'm such and such, he's about...
I just met such and such.
Yeah, he's about to give me a job,
Right.
So I'm going to revamp revamp his old shit, his old comic book characters.
Right.
And the friend was like, no, dude, no.
Nigga, I ain't said that shit. Nigga, that ship is sailed. No, sir.
And so the wife is hearing all of this, and she's just like,
typical nigga shit.
Yeah, like this motherfucker, So whatever.
Typical nigga
shit. The wife is like, like, where are you? They're going back and forth, and she's like, look, we're moving. We don't want to be around you at all.
Yeah.
Like, we're moving upstate or to another state or some shit. So I think Seattle or whatever.
Seattle, yeah.
And so, while the wife is...
He was about to cry, child.
Yeah, he did want to... Okay, so his pose when the wife told him that she wanted to take the daughter, he did like one of those, like...
The quivering hands. What's his name on Instagram? TC Killer or something like that. The handshaking.
The handshake over the lip. Oh, my God. He was just distraught because he's like, I did feel sorry for him. He almost like, he didn't remind me of a pushover, but he looked like one of those people that was like, didn't really have fire in his ass.
Yeah.
But he really wanted to be with his daughter.
He's a starving artist, man.
Yeah.
Like, the starving artists. They're not corporate savvy. Like, they don't see themselves getting an office job or trying to make ends meet. Their thought process is so different.
Yeah. And so, in the middle of them going back and forth, we see the wife gets hit by a car.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. So after she got hit by the car, Nia just cues into the funeral, and you could just see like the distraught in Jeff, because they were in a custody battle.
Yeah,
and it never went through.
Right,
the divorce never went through.
Right,
so technically they were still married. So now that
he not broke no more.
He not broke no more. He got it all. And the father,
your father,
Maggie's father. Maggie's father was like, "Oh, I see you got it all now, huh?
Yeah,
she's gone.
Yeah,
and she was gonna, See,
so
she was gonna take Jenny away from you, and now you got this. It must be nice." And he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is that?"
That's what he was saying. So Jenny, the daughter, was doing some at the funeral. It was the funeral. The repast.
Yeah, the repast. Yeah.
The daughter was scribbling, talking baby talk. With kids, when things happen to them, they regress back to like the baby talking,
or
just
everyone go to the party. Yeah.
or just being
childlike
no childlike, but defiant. They're
yes.
being either regress to childlike status or just being defiant.
Right.
So Jenny was putting ketchup on the wall and she was smearing it, and Jeff was like, "Honey, what are you doing?" She's like, "Baby wants to paint." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" So she was calling herself baby. You know what I mean? So I guess that's a comfort thing for her. And so that when that happened, he told her, "Honey, you shouldn't be doing that." And then she's like, "I hate you." Infamous words from your kids.
I hate you.
And she's not even a teenager yet.
Right.
She says,
I hate you.
I want mommy back.
Yes.
Oh,
so
that's so sad.
So that's right. That's devastating in itself to even hear that. And so, guys, while the dad is trying to calm his daughter down, the cue in the babysitter, she goes to check on the daughter. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile,
crazy bitch Samantha.
Yeah, the girl is like, "You should say something. You should probably say something."
Right.
And so he's like, he addresses the people in the house, and
Thank you,
Maggie. Mm-hmm. She was the one that would remind me to do this. So it's just crazy. It's crazy. So obviously Maggie was just the glue. So she kept everything together. And so while he's talking, he looked, because there's a painting of him, Maggie, and the daughter together that he painted. He looked and he see that the painting is catching on fire.
He was in the trance.
And so which side caught on fire? His side.
His side was melting off.
Yeah. So we was like, bitch. Okay, well.
We already know.
Maggie came back. Was like, "I don't want you." Yeah.
Right. Because the last thing Maggie said was, "She is mine."
And then the car hit her. So that's the emotion behind the "she is mine."
Yeah, and then the fact that she died instantly.
God, that
creates a ghost.
That's
an ingredient to create a ghost.
Yes, that's like you're angry. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you die like that, your spirit don't rest. And so that's when everything kind of started to go downhill, when that shit caught on fire.
Right. And what happened after that? Oh, and then that's when her father.
Girl, I almost choked.
Maggie's father was like, so my daughter died, but I'm still trying to I want to see my granddaughter, and I'm filing a petition.
I'm like,
God,
you're old. You need to go sit down, Grandpa.
Like, when you gonna have time to spend time with her?
You right. Like,
because you running your own law firm.
I felt like he did that because that was what Maggie wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so he was just trying to carry out his daughter's
wish.
Yeah, but I'm just like, come on, he's not abusive.
Yeah.
He just ain't got no money.
Right. Jeff really humbled himself.
He did.
He really went back to the friend and was like, "You know what? Listen,
I need a job.
I need a job, and I'll do whatever."
Whatever, yeah.
And he was like, "Listen, man, I ain't trying to
revive
that
the
shit."
kids.
He's like, "Nah, I'll just be your inker."
Yeah.
He's an artist, so that's what they do.
Yeah.
And so he finally got a job. And then after that, the daughter was seeing this figure, like a puppeteer mother figure.
It looks like one of the puppets that she had, which looks like the characters from the dad
created.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she starts seeing being haunted by this figure, and so is Jeff. Jeff is seeing something, but he's not sure like what's really happening or what's happening with the hot stuff. I'm sorry. The happening Sup, M. Night.
M. Night. Don't play with me.
We ain't
All right, okay.
That's something else. All right. Focus. Come on. Rosa. Stella. Rosa. Yeah, so she was seeing this figure. And he was like, you know what, honey? The girl was like, I'm scared. And then he was like, you shouldn't be scared. There's nothing here. Nothing's going to harm you. But all this shit is happening. So he starts the job where his friend owned.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it was his partner.
Maybe like a partner of the company.
Of the company.
Yes.
He wanted to start a new comic book series.
A dark
series.
Yes.
Because he was like, hey, brother, I was on... I was having ayahuasca, and I was having this moment. We go. And then he goes into the story like, darkness. How about we make something about darkness, something that comes up, and a malevolent spirit, whatever. And the friend was like, yeah, okay, that's cool.
Whatever, write it.
Right. And so me and Debbie was like, yeah, of course.
Y'all always try to touch shit that ain't got nothing to do with y'all.
Yeah.
That needs to be administered by a shaman. Like, what the fuck? Because the ayahuasca it's a trip that you shouldn't do by yourself if you're not experienced. But anyway, what the fuck do I know?
Right.
I'm just saying. Y'all be opening goddamn doors. Don't know how to close them bitches. I'm just saying.
But the funny thing is, the partner met the guy, Jeff.
Yes.
And he was like,
that's right.
There's something dark
around
you. And he was like, oh man, he just lost his wife. And he's like, that could be it.
I felt like he was tapping in, because when you go into the partner's office, it's you see the singing bowl, you see like
it's draped,
candles and stuff like that. So he's clearly on that
in tune to the spiritual world,
piercing the veil and shit like that.
Right.
So I felt like he felt what was going on with Buddy.
Right. So because he saw Jeff's sketches and he felt moved by them.
Yeah, he's like, this is it.
This is the darkness.
This is the darkness that I need.
Jeff was drawing a lot of what he was seeing.
Yes,
so he thought
in a trance too.
Right, he was in a trance.
Yep.
Trance.
So pretty much, the little girl was also going through the same thing. This thing. Okay, so for me, one of the creatures I would say that's like kind of that creeped me out is the he looked like a old time.
He looked like an old time. He looking like a man. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know what the fuck he look like. He got a jailer suit.
It's a black and white one.
Yeah, it's like a Jack in the Box jailer.
Yeah.
A Yak in the Box. I don't know, but the shit was contorting.
Yeah. I think they used a real person for that.
Yeah,
for the contortion.
It's this. Oh, you gotta go back. It's some dude. I forgot his name, but I'm like, oh yeah, you fucking look like the goddamn thing.
He does.
So that's definitely you.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so these entities keep popping up, and Jeff is trying really hard to keep it together because he wants to keep his daughter. He doesn't want to lose his job. Meanwhile, the babysitter is obviously still there, and she's trying to make her move on Jeff. Okay.
Yeah.
And so we were like,
we already called that shit.
Yeah, we were like, this bitch killed the wife. Yeah. Yep. She trying to make her move on Jeff, and Jeff's like, I ain't finna you like that.
Right. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. She did that. It was a trailer.
To see.
Yeah, to see if he was gonna kiss her back.
Yeah.
But he did. He didn't. I think you got the wrong idea here.
Right.
Idea. It's the wrong idea. And I think you should go.
You so dumb.
You should go
my God.
Yeah. I think so.
So guys, okay, so the partner of the company that he works for tells him, hey, you should try this ayahuasca because
see
what's going on, because the entity, so they started talking, he started explaining to him and showing him these drawings,
right?
Like, yo, something is going on. And so the guy's like telling him, like, yeah, sometimes spirits, when they die, or sometimes when they want something,
or they can't have any, or they're like unfinished business.
Yeah,
they tend to stick around, and when they stick around long enough, they turn into evil beings.
Right. So go ahead. So he says Like, take this ayahuasca, but you got to do it in a safe place. And, because you need to talk to her.
Right.
So
he find out what she wants.
Yeah.
After this stupid ass nigga did this shit.
I was like, oh, okay.
So, I guess they were having dinner. Sam, the babysitter, came over, and Jeff and Jenny, they were having dinner. She gave Jenny some food.
Yeah.
And when Jenny was eating, Sam and Jeff was talking about them moving. Was it
like they're moving
or starting a new life.
Upstate. Yeah.
And so while Jenny was eating throughout the movie, we found out that Jenny has a peanut allergy.
Yes.
Girl, Jenny was starting to choke. We thinking
and turning
blue. So we thinking like, oh, bitch,
the mother choking her. Oh, hell,
either the mother choking her, or
something's going on.
She's choking on the carrot, that big ass carrot that she ate, or there's the peanut in it,
right? And
so she was choking, and finally, the Jeff was like, go get the EpiPen, and the girl was like,
oh my god, I didn't know what it's time.
And he's like, okay, that's fine. Call 911. I got an EpiPen in
my phone.
I can't find my phone.
What's the number?
I was like, oh no, bitch.
She's trying to kill the girl.
She's trying to kill the girl.
Yeah.
So then we got the EpiPen, and he stuck the girl, and she ended up okay. Yeah. But the police came by and to investigate, because what happened was when the girl when Jenny was hugging her dad, she looked at Sam, and the chandelier started to swing, and it hit Sam in the head.
Yes, and knocked that bitch out cold.
Girl, I was like, that shit was meant for you, ho.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so the mom clearly, or the spirit, realizes that she's the one.
She's the one.
Now, meanwhile, while all this is happening, the father-in-law tells Jeff, like, hey, we're investigating the car that hit Maggie, because the way she died, there was no brake. It wasn't like it was an accident where there was no brakes. It's just like, and you do see that when she gets hit, the car goes, it just runs over and it keeps going.
Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, so that happened. The police came, and when the police came, they was questioning him, thinking like maybe Jenny is getting abused, because they got word that the child might be in danger. And so the dad came by, Maggie's father.
Your father.
Her father came by and was like, I want to see my granddaughter. What'd you do with her and stuff like that. And Jeff was like, listen, she just had an allergic reaction, blah, blah, blah. And that's when he was like, you know what? You could take her for the night.
Yeah, go ahead and take her. Because, he got to do the ayahuasca shit.
Right. So he wanted to do that on by himself. Right. I do not recommend.
Don't recommend, no.
Because you don't know what type of trip you're going to get. Okay? You may go on that trip. You never came back. Okay. It's a one-way trip.
One way.
Okay? Spirit Airlines.
All right.
And so he took the ayahuasca, and you could see him in some type of world.
Yeah.
But then when he was trying to touch stuff, it was like morphing. Right.
Turning into jello
and stuff like that. So so clearly he's in that realm.
Yes.
And so he's searching for Maggie. He said, Maggie, where are you? You always taking care of Jenny. I don't want to take that from you, blah, blah, blah. But, Jenny, she's mine now.
Yeah.
And in the midst of all that, he gets to see Maggie talking with him on the phone, and he sees the whole accident.
He sees the accident, yeah. So he sees how she died.
Right.
So I was like, oh shit.
Right.
And, of course, there's this thing, they give you the red light special. I guess they spoke to TLC's producer.
Because every time he would go into this realm,
it's red.
A red light. So I'm guessing that tells the audience, like, okay, we're into the further.
Yeah, into the further we go. Into the thick of it.
We're into that realm.
Yeah.
So when that happened, he woke up, which was the next morning.
I was like, God damn, what a trip. That was a trip.
Yeah. So he woke up the next morning, and that's when he knew, like, okay, bet, it's her.
Yeah.
And so what happened after that? Because I don't remember.
So I believe, I want to say
when he was getting his life back together.
Yeah, but then he ran into a snag where the drawings, I'm not really sure if that was before or after, his drawings that he was working on, they were all ripped and shit like that. So he had to go back to his boss and was like, look,
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened.
Right. And so the boss was one of the partner was telling him like, you think Maggie's the culprit?
Right.
And so he was like, I think so, and I believe he. No, I'm sorry. That was prior to him getting the ayahuasca.
Yeah, that's the reason why he gave him the ayahuasca.
Right. So during this time, I want to say the dad.
No, yeah, during this time he went to the mediation because Maggie's father was filing the petition, so he went to the petition thing. Right. And he was able to persuade the judge
the
mediator, that Jenny could stay with the dad or try to work out something. So when that happened, he got the phone call, be like, hey, listen, they say they're going to work it out with you. So they were planning to move upstate.
Yeah.
And he checked for new schooling. Yeah. He still wanted to work with the company, but just from home. Right. And then that's when the relationship of Maggie's father and Jeff gotten better.
Yes.
And that's when he was calling, when Maggie's father was saying that we got the information and they're going to send it to him.
Yes.
When Maggie found out, because the dad went to go get Jenny to go up to upstate.
Yes.
And when Maggie's dad found out who the information, like
who the registration belonged to,
right,
of the car,
right. Yeah,
the dad called Jeff and was like, whatever. He didn't reach him. He kind of sent him the voicemail,
right.
And the dad was like, "Hey Jeff, on a voicemail, I sent you an email. Please call me, whatever,
right."
And so, I guess in that conversation, while Jeff was still at work with the boss and the partner, they were talking about how sometimes.
That's when the partner was showing them the illustration, like, okay, so this is the issue, this the end of it, and we all did a good job. They were celebrating, and then the other partner was like, yeah, but we have to bring him back for a sequel. And the partner was like, what do you mean we have to bring him back for a sequel? Like, it's over. He's like, it's never over.
It's never over until they get what they come for.
Right. So that's when the partner, the one who gave Jeff the ayahuasca, was like, you need to go get your daughter because it's not over.
It's not over. So Jeff is in the car trying to. He heard the voicemail. He heard the voicemail.
Yeah.
And Jeff is in the car trying to get in a taxi.
Get to the chopper.
Trying to get to his daughter. Because he's telling the dad, hey, please get out of that house or whatever. And the dad's like, he was about to say
it's her.
It's her until
he fell over on the stairwell.
Yeah.
And we all know that. Oh, that bitch pushed his ass.
She pushed him.
Yeah.
And so Jeff finally gets home.
He sees the dad.
He sees the dad like.
I thought he was dead, but he's not.
But the dad is like, the dad gives him his phone and is like, look.
Right.
And it's the girl's driver's license.
Right. And then the girl runs down the stairs like, oh my God,
we gotta get out of here.
We have to go. And it's just crazy. We have to go. And while he's looking at it, it's the girl. He's like, you're such and such. And she changed. Like, when I tell you her demeanor was like, I did you a favor.
I watched her run you ragged. I'm like, wow.
So the bitch killed the wife.
She killed the wife.
And she was trying to kill the little girl just so she could get the guy all to herself.
Can you believe this shit? Yeah, I can. I actually can't believe it.
Needless to say, the ending, the ghost got its revenge.
Yes, the ghost did get its revenge.
The ghost got its revenge, and at the ending, subcredits, another being,
the contortionist.
The contortionist end up being there. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know. Maybe because the door's open.
Yeah, because the veil was unlocked.
Yes.
Like the guy said in the movie, the partner who gave Jeff the ayahuasca, he was like saying that his story wanted to be, they open up a box that has all these crazy beings, and that's left open.
Yes.
So I think that's what happened.
That's what happened, y'all.
It left it open, and I'm like, this shit's whack.
So you know what? It had
potential in the beginning.
It had potential, and I don't know what happened.
I know what happened. That is what happened. How many wine glasses do you want to give this shit? I give it a 5.
I give it a 5. You know, I give it a 4 because I'm mad. I give it a 4. I'm mad.
Okay,
God damn it.
4 wine glasses.
Oh, Lord.
Do we want you to watch it? I I guess you can watch it.
Go ahead. You might get a kick out of the puppets who are interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're an artist, if you like to make things, you'll find those puppets and the creatures or the ghosts a little interesting. Yeah. But that's about it.
But that's it, y'all. That's fucking separation anxiety. That's what it should be called. That's separation anxiety.
Yes.
It's wet! Anyways, hit us up on our email if you have any other movie shows, if it's sci-fi, horror, fantasy. Our email is twodrunksisters@gmail.com. The number 2drunk, DRUNK sisters@gmail.com. And hit us up on our Instagram, 2drunksisters. Guys, that's it. That's it. God damn it.
We're still in a panoramic, so please
wash your hands.
Y'all know the goddamn deal.
You know the drill. Be easy.